Hi class, my name is Shelby Darby. Did you know that a study from the Institute for Women's Policy and Research states that 26% of undergraduate students are parents? Today I would like to share with you a few things that can help you to be a successful student and parent. And I've broken my presentation down into 3 categories. The first being scheduling, the second, sanity, and the third, communication. To address scheduling, I feel like there are 2 priorities when it comes to scheduling: study time and quality time. For study time, something I found beneficial as a BYU Idaho online student, each week we get an overview of what will be expected from us in terms of assignments due. And so when I look at that overview, I will look at which assignments I can do with interruptions and which assignments I can't do with interruptions. And so for the assignments that I can't do with interruptions, I'll have a dedicated space in my home where my husband, my dog, and my baby will know that this is an off-limit zone because mommy's busy. For the assignments that I can do with interruptions, more often than not, I'll just bring my laptop with me or have like brief but comprehensive notes that I can pull out of my diaper bag anywhere I am. So whether that's like play dates with friends while they're nursing their babies, I can study, and then we'll get back together and have fun. By doing those things, I've found that I can really manage study time. The second would be quality time. It's really important to schedule quality time for yourself with Heavenly Father, with your spouse, with your child, with your fur babies. It's important to schedule this quality time so you don't feel like you're neglecting those relationships, because that can be really, really hard on you. To address is sanity. Something I found that has been really helpful to me, especially I struggle with postpartum depression, and so when I am down and frustrated and feel like my 15 credits with a newborn baby is just insane, I remind myself why. Why am I doing this? And maybe you can relate to me in that in something you're passionate about. You want a degree that's going to make you money. You want a degree so that you can be an example to your child of someone who did it, even when others said that they couldn't. And so those are some things that you might be able to relate to with my situation. But reminding yourself, for whatever your reason may be, of why you're in school, why you're doing this, when so many say you don't need to or you can't, that can be helpful. The next area within the group or within the category of sanity would be asking for help. In our LDS community, we have a lot of resources available for help, whether it's your spouse, your visiting teachers, your home teachers, obviously your Heavenly Father, your family. Ask for help, be humble, and get the help that you need. When the going gets absolutely rough and you feel like you're not going to be able to get all of your assignments done in the week, just remember that C's get degrees. I'm not even kidding. When you go in for your interview after you get your bachelor's degree, they're not going to say, well, what was your GPA in college? They're going to say, where'd you get your degree? That's what matters. And so that's something that I am frequently doing right now when I get overwhelmed. The last area I'd like to talk about is communication, primarily communicating with your team. And obviously I mentioned who your team would be: your spouse, your family, your in-laws, your visiting teachers, your friends. Communicate with them on the how-tos of your life. And so if they're babysitting your child, the last thing you need to be worrying about when they're watching your child is your child. You need to be worrying about your school and the assignments that you need to be getting done in that short window. So if you've communicated effectively the things that you feel are important for your child's needs, it'll just go better all around. The next thing is to communicate your appreciation and your moments of success to your teammates. That'll make you feel good, them feel good, everybody feels good. The last area is to communicate with your professors what's going on in your life. If you miss an assignment, it doesn't hurt to ask them if they can give you an extension to make it up. And at the beginning of the semester for your next semester, everybody, just give a brief introduction of who you are and what's going on so that they can know and you guys can be on the same page. Hopefully this has been informational and beneficial for you and that you can apply it in your life and do well in school and parenting. Thank you so much and have a great day.